All right, hello STEM Coven, and welcome to day 8 of Mystical Practices for Your Logical Life. And I have something really fun to share with you today. We're going to be talking about Oracle decks today. So the way that I use Oracle decks is a bit different than the way that I use my tarot cards. So generally when I use my tarot cards, like I was mentioning in the previous video, I go to the tarot kind of with a question, and then I use my intuition based on what the card is that I pull. For Oracle decks, I use them a bit differently. So I like to just go to the Oracle deck for fun. Generally, the Oracle decks come with like beautiful guidebooks that have really nice stories in them, or like beautiful descriptions of the energy of the deck that you're working with and the energy of the cards. So I wanted to share with you two of the decks that I use the most. The first is the Animal Spirit deck. This is kind of like a companion to the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Krans. And the Animal Spirit deck is really nice to go to when you just kind of want to work with an animal energy. And the guidebook that goes along with the deck has all of the descriptions of the different energies that the animals have. So on any given day, you can either just like pull a card from the Oracle deck and read up about what that energy is and what the invitations are for the day from that card. Or you can look through your deck and pick an energy that you would like to work with. So a lot of times I work with the energy of the wolf or the buffalo. And what I like to do is I like to specifically pull out the card and then have it on my desk. And while I'm working, I can kind of remind myself of the energy that I'm calling in for the day. So these two cards are pretty much on my desk all the time because I love working with the energy of wolf and buffalo. And the second deck that I like to work from is the Weaver's Oracle. So this is kind of an unknown deck, a more unknown deck. It's not as popular or not as many people have it. But what this deck is it's kind of all stories of the different weavers. So I like to think about it kind of as like, oh, the light's a little bit bright on this one, as kind of like grandmothers telling you stories. And these cards are absolutely beautiful. The stories are beautiful. I would have to say that the stories aren't kind of like as straightforward. And if you're looking for a deck that invites you to just kind of like think about things and make your own interpretations of what the deck is saying, then that's a really beautiful deck to work with. So, like I said, Oracle cards are really fun to work with. It's just you pull a card, you look at the energy, you see what the invitation is, or even if you're just looking to receive a message to journal on or meditate on or think about throughout your day, Oracle decks are really nice to go to. The guidebooks are generally really beautiful, and the imagery on them is stunning for almost every deck that I've seen. And there are so many options out there. You can totally find one that you resonate with and that when you pull the deck, you feel connected to. So that's the practice that I have for you today. I would love to know how it's going incorporating these into your daily work. So hit me up in my messages and let me know. And if you want the workbook that goes along with the mystical practices, you can sign up for that. The link in my bio. All right, talk to you tomorrow.